need to understand what is poles and zeros. So the first topic of today, which is very interesting, which is very simple, is called poles and zeros. I believe that you might be studying it in EIC in the control system section. So poles and zeros are something that you need to understand of a particular fraction or a polynomial. And then later we will go and study what PRF is, or a positive real function is. So let's see how we are going to understand the pole zero plot of the various functions. Say, for example, I have say a following function. So now I'm not saying a polynomial, I'm saying a function. So I'm using the word function. So say, for example, I have something like f of s. So it's a function, so I'll call it as f of s is s times of s plus 2 upon s plus 1 s plus 3. So whatever is in the numerator, will give us the zeros, and so what we call as zeros, and whatever is in the denominator will give us the pole. So these decide the stability of a particular system. So their position is very important in a particular system, and we have to find the stability by looking at a pole zero plot. So I'm going to draw plot now. So what is this plot? Is exactly like you have done in complex numbers in mathematics. As many of you like mathematics, you can correlate. This is the real axis, and this is the j omega, or the imaginary axis. So what is this S over here? S basically is sigma plus j omega. It's just like your mathematic x plus jy. So x is on the x-axis and jy is on the y-axis. Now say, for example, I take the first term out here. So I'm taking the first term S. I'm equating it to 0. So I have to equate every term to 0. So first term says S is equal to 0. That means I have to place the 0 here. That means wo jo term hai. So I'll write it separately here. My zeros are, I take the numerator, S is equated to 0, and S plus 2 is also equated to 0. So S becomes equal to minus 2. So in electrical engineering, we say S is equal to 0 is at the origin, and S is equal to minus 2, matlab yahan par kahin to aayega. This is minus 2. So we say we have two zeros at these two positions. Similarly, if we are looking at this function, that is, we are looking at the denominator, s plus 1 and s plus 3. We call them as the poles. So I will write it as the poles. I'm writing it here. The poles are s plus 1 equated to 0. So s becomes equal to minus 1. So I have one pole at minus 1. And s plus 3 is equal to 0. So I have s is equal to minus 3. So I have another pole. So what do we observe? We have two poles. And one is at minus 1 and one is at minus 3. We normally denote it by a cross. So there's a cross here, and there's a cross here. So this is minus 1, this is minus 3. So the condition, the condition that this particular function this particular function must be stable or can become Hurwitz, as we have already seen the methods of Hurwitz. So I can here again prove that the numerator is Hurwitz and the denominator is Hurwitz. So it just has to lie on the left half of the S-plane. It can lie on the j omega axis also. But the condition is for any system to be stable, it should, all its poles and zeros should lie on the left half of the S-plane. So whenever you plot, most of the time you will see that it lies on the left half of the S-plane. So I don't know whether you have done this in EIC. Have you done something like this in EIC? I'm not sure. But it is a concept which we use in control systems also. Not yet. Okay. So it comes in the system of control systems, and you have this kind of setup over there. Let's look at another example. So if you're looking at another example, say I take a function something like this. And say I'm writing the zeros here. So zeros are very simple. S is equal to 0, S is equal to -1. I hope you know what I'm doing. I've equated the numerator to 0. Similarly, if I look at the poles, S plus 2 equal to the square equal to 0, matlab I'm going to get S equal to -2 दो बार, because ये square है, मतलब 2 आएगा मेरे को factors. And दूसरा वाला क्या है? S is equal to -3. So when I plot this, I will get a 0 over here. I will get a 0 at -1. And then I'm going to get pole. If I'm going to plot the poles, let's say the poles are a different color. So I will have -2 पे double cross. क्योंकि दो poles आएगा वहां पे actually. And -3 पे cross. Normally, when we look at stability, we try to avoid multiple poles and things like that. But this is how we are going to plot it. This is essentially called as a pole zero plot, which decides the stability. So though I taught you Hurwitz, even if you draw a pole zero plot and you find that everything lies on the left half of the S-plane, you can certify saying that it is Hurwitz. So that is also allowed. That means you can say a particular numerator or denominator is going to represent a transfer function. I repeat what I said. It will represent what we call as a transfer function. It is very important that we go for a transfer function. We will see what a transfer function is. But these are some methods that you should know. Let's see whether you can find out or you can draw. So I'm going to write something. Let's see if you are able to plot it. Suppose I give you something like this. Let's see if you will be able to plot this. Anybody who can plot it on the pole zero diagram and send me the pic in the group. Let's see if you're able to plot this. Give you exactly 1 minute for that. So I want you to know how you can plot it. Will you be able to plot it? Because when I say s square plus 4, so s square plus 4 को कैसे equate करके 0 डालेंगे? ये वाला जो term है वो क्या हो जाएगा? S square plus 4 when it is equated to 0, s square becomes equal to minus 4, right? That means s square is equal to j square. Yeah, somebody has put, Aditya has put, I think. Correct. So it will come with that on that axis. So this is s square and 4. So s is going to be plus or minus j2. Yeah, so Aditya has marked it correctly. So you get plus or minus j2. So on this plot, this plus j2 is going to come here. And this minus j2 is going to come here. So you're going to have minus j2 here and you're going to have plus j2 here. So you got it on this axis. Right? Similarly, now if you're going to, sorry, this will be the zeros, right? Yeah, just so it is the zeros on the j omega axis. तो ये हमारे zeros आ गए. और जो नीचे के हैं जिनको हम poles कहते हैं, they are going to come here. -2 पे आएगा एक, और एक s square plus 9 है. So again you have to do the same thing that I did. S square plus 9 is equated to 0. S square is equal to -9. So minus is nothing but j square 9. So I can write s is equal to plus or minus j3. So I'll have 1 at just above this at plus j3 and 1 over here at minus j3. Yeah, so that's correct, Nitin. So let's try another one. If you can try something like this. Nitin, were you in class last lecture? I cannot see your name here. Nitin Shetty, I cannot see your name on the list. What roll number are you? Yeah, so you were absent. Why were you absent? 4. I want you to check. Try this one. The problem with you guys giving excuses, I don't know which one is genuine and which one is not. That's the problem. That's why I tell you to avoid the excuses. Yes. Please try this. Send me in the group. Yeah, so Advait has put something in the group. Yeah, but then Advait, the position will be, yeah, just mark that -1 also. But it is correct. So if you see the plot that you have to do here, it's going to look something like this. And this is going to be your 0 because S is equal to 0 and this is equal to -2. And if this is -1, then exactly above 1 you will have and exactly below 1 you will have. So this is nothing but plus J1 and this is nothing but minus J1. This is how it should look. So this is how you're going to get this. This is the plot. No, don't do anything to it, Aditya. No simplifying anything. As it is, you have to put it on paper. So there will be no simplification. There'll be nothing that you're going to do, extra. You're just going to keep it as it is. So this is how we plot the pole zero plot. Now things get a little more interesting, that from this, if I give you a circuit, I can go for the pole zero plot. How do we do that? So whenever we are dealing with S plane, we say S is basically sigma plus j omega for the complex plane. S basically standing for in terms of your frequency, so S is equal to sigma plus j omega. Here what happens is, if there is a resistor, I will write the resistor as R only. But if there is a inductor, I will write it as Ls. And if there is a capacitor, I will write it as 1 upon Cs. So this is something new to you and you have to understand. So in the S plane, because capacitors, inductors are all frequency dependent. Resistor is independent, so no difference there. And then you have the capacitor as 1 upon Cs and Ls. So what do I mean by saying so? Suppose I have a circuit, an electrical circuit, where I give you something like this. So if I tell you that this is half, I tell you this is 4 farad, and I tell you this is 1 by 6 ohms, and this is my Z of S, that is my impedance from here. So from this, if I have to make a transfer function, so what we do is we redraw this. And when we redraw, we make some changes. That is, the resistor remains as it is. Okay, so the resistor will remain as half ohms. But this one will become 1 upon 4s or 1 upon Cs, and this becomes 1 upon 6. And this is your Z of S. So this is how you represent it, because I have just changed the 4 farad from just C, this is the value of C, to I have made it as 1 upon Cs. So we have transformations where we have to convert it and then proceed. Now, once you got this, this is very simple. This 1 upon 6 and this, they are in parallel. So I can solve it for that. So I can say 1 upon 6 parallel to 1 upon 4s. So 1 upon 6 into 1 upon 4s upon 1 upon 6 plus 1 upon 4s. So I took parallel. I need one single function. तो ये दोनों को parallel लेंगे, वो इसके half के साथ series में जाएगा. So if I do this, what am I going to get? I'm going to get 24s upon, what will I get here? 4s plus 6 upon 24s. This will get cancelled. So what am I getting basically? My Z of S, that is my complete Z of S, is going to be half plus जो भी यहाँ पे मिल रहा है. So it's going to be half plus 1 upon 4s plus 6. So this will become further 4s plus 6 plus 2 upon 2 times of 4s plus 6. So you'll see I'm modifying it. I'm solving it. So what am I getting here? I'm getting it as 4s plus 8 upon 2 times of 4s plus 6. So I can take common. We can take 2 common or 4 common in the numerator. If I take, I will get s plus 2 upon, in the denominator, I will get 2s plus 3. So this is how from a circuit I have made a polynomial or I have made a function, and from the function I can get it in the form of pole zero plot. So this function which I have just got right now, my z of s, which looks like s plus 2 upon 2s plus 3. Now you see this 2 I have to remove because all my functions of when I'm doing are s plus. Everywhere it is s plus. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take the 2 common. So it will become s plus 2 upon 2 common s plus 3 by 2. Right? So this s plus, this half which I'm getting out here, this half function which I'm getting out here, I will write it as 0.5 into s plus 2 upon s plus 1.5. This is essentially why I get this. So this is how I'm going to get my answer, and that means I can plot this very easily on a pole zero diagram. I can easily say that my pole zero plot is going to be nothing but, ये तो बहुत simple वाला plot है, sigma j omega. I can say s plus 2 मतलब ये minus 2 पे आएगा, and I can say यहाँ पर मेरा minus 1.5 आएगा. And this is your pole zero plot. So what did we do? We went from a circuit to a function, from a function to a pole zero plot. Yeah, mostly you should write it in the decimal form. Yeah. So based on this, can you try one? Suppose I give you something like an inductor, a capacitor, and a resistor. Okay, so I'm giving you, just draw this quickly. I want you to try this, and I'll just tell you what you have to do. You have to convert this because this is inductor, so this will become S because it is LS. This is your C, so this will become 1 upon CS. So 1 upon CS का मतलब है, this is going to be 1 upon CS का मतलब है, this is going to be 20 upon S. Right? और ये 4 ही रहेगा. अब तुम क्या करो, 4 और इसको दोनों को क्या करो, पैरेलल, add it with this S and put the solution in the group, all of you. So join me back in 10 minutes. Please draw this in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, you should finish this. So quickly by 9:10, please come back. It's already 9:05. So in 5 minutes, please join back.